Okay, nice to meet you. It's my pleasure to be here in Folcroft this evening to do this honor. It's a privilege for me to do this for you. I feel I'm resident of Folcroft already. I've been here since March. I feel a part of Folcroft, and it has been very dear to my heart. It does me good to have you ask me to do this tonight. I feel honored and privileged to do it.
Thank you very much for doing it.
Okay, so do you solemnly swear
I, Robert Fry,
that I will support,
that I will support,
obey,
obey,
and defend
and defend
the Constitution of the United
the
States
Constitution of the United
and
States
the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties of my office
and that I will discharge the duties of my office
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Bless you.
Thank you. Your Honor, can you swear in the other council member, please?
Okay, all right. You want them done individually or as a group? Everybody being sworn in or just several? Three, okay.
And Kathy
I
Kelly.
guess
Kathy Kelly.
Oh, yeah, and Kathy too. Yeah, tax collector. Yeah, four.
Want to do them separate, Kath, or one at a time, or all together?
They might want to have their families.
That's why I said maybe you want to go separately so they can get their pictures or.
All right, we'll do it separately. That'd be good. All right.
Who's gonna hold it? Okay.
My husband and my mom.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay.
My father was sworn in.
Is that right? So this is really a part of your life?
Yep.
Okay. Do you solemnly swear, give your name,
I, Marion French, do solemnly swear
that I will support,
that I will support,
obey, and defend
obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United
the
States
Constitution of the United
and the
States
Constitution of this Commonwealth
and the Constitution of
and
this
the office that I have
Commonwealth
been elected,
and the office that I have been elected,
that I will discharge the duty of my office
that I will discharge the duties of my office
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
So help me
So
God.
help me God. Thank you. She does.
Okay.
She likes hearing that.
Next.
And you hold the Bible for.
You didn't know it.
Say, he holds the Bible, you place your right hand on it. I,
I, Kathleen Kelly,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support,
that I will support,
obey, and defend
obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United
and the
States
Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and will discharge the duties of my office
and will discharge the duties of my
with
office
fidelity.
with fidelity.
So help me God.
So help me God.
That was so cute, Bob.
Nothing outside.
I
I, Michelle Rafter,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will obey
that I will obey
and defend
and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of the
and the
Commonwealth,
office which I was elected,
and the office which I was elected,
and will discharge the duties of my office
and will discharge the duties of my office
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
So help me God.
So help me God.
And your counsel also.
Dog catcher.
That's why I want you to say that. I, in your name,
I, Jason McGuigan,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United
and the
States and
Constitution of this Commonwealth,
the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the office which I have been elected.
in the office of which I have been elected.
I will discharge my duties
I will discharge my duties
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Go get those dogs. body shaming. Okay. Again, I thank you for asking me to be here tonight, and I consider it a privilege to have served in this capacity.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, good night.
Okay, at this time, I'd like to take roll call for the reorganization meeting. Linda?
Mrs. Drowsky.
Here.
Mr. Ms. Peterson.
Here.
Mr. Penny.
Here.
Ms. Foley.
Here.
Mr. McGuigan.
Here.
Ms. Rafter.
Here.
Mrs. French.
Here.
Mayor Fry.
Here.
All present. Nomination for president.
Okay, nominations for
Pledge allegiance.
Pledge allegiance.
That's what.
Fire,
We're all
pledge allegiance.
experienced here.
Dear Lord, guide and inspire us with the oversee the daily tasks of government. Help us to set goals for the benefit of the borough. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the
Flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
nomination for election of president. Linda, could you take nominations? Record them, please. Yeah, are there any nominations for president, council?
Yes, I nominate Jason McWilliam.
I nominate Surowski.
I nominate Surowski.
Roll call.
Roll call for Jason McGuigan. Mrs. Drowsky. Ms. Peterson.
No.
Mr. Penny.
No.
Ms. Foley.
No.
Ms. Rafter.
Yes.
Mrs. French.
Yes.
Roll call for the president.
Point of order. I'd like to show up as an abstention from that vote.
Roll call for president of the council for Surowski. Ms. Peterson.
Yes.
Mr. Penny.
Yes.
Ms. Foley.
Yes.
Mr. McGuigan.
Yes.
Ms. Rafter.
Yes.
Mrs. French.
Yes.
You show me as an abstention.
Yes.
Turn it over.
Not yet.
Still vice president? All right. Roll call for vice president. Nominations, I should say, yeah.
I'd like to nominate Mary Ann French.
I'd like to nominate Christine Peterson.
Roll call for Marion French. Mrs. Drowsky.
No.
Ms. Peterson.
No.
Mr. Benny.
No.
Ms. Foley.
No.
Mr. McGuigan.
Yes.
Ms. Rafter.
Yes.
Mrs. French, you're abstaining.
Abstaining.
Roll call for Christine Peterson for vice president. Mrs. Drowsky.
Yes.
Ms. Peterson. Oh, sorry. Mr. Benny.
Yes.
Ms. Foley.
Yes.
Mr. McGuigan.
Yes.
Ms. Rafter.
Yes.
Mrs. French.
Yes.
I'd like to bring to order the Folcroft Borough Council reorganization meeting for January 6, 2014. Moving on to other appointments, Ms. Peterson.
I would like to make a motion to have Linda be our secretary for the next 2 years.
I motion that.
Rabsky?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. Benny?
Yes.
Ms. Foley?
Yes.
Mr. McGuigan?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes.
Mrs. French?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Christine?
These are all on it, like, I'd like to make a motion to keep Joe Pisani as our finance director for the next 2 years.
Motion? Do you have a second?
Second.
Mrs. Rabsky?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. Benny?
Yes.
Ms. Foley?
Yes.
Mr. McGuigan?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes.
Mrs. French?
Yes.
Motion carries.
I'd like to have a motion to keep John Iannelli as our solicitor for the next 2 years.
I'd like to make a motion to appoint John McLean as solicitor for the Borough of Folcroft. I'm sorry, Mr. Iannelli, but after last month's fiasco with the interpretation of the Borough Code.
May I have a roll call for Mr. Iannelli? Mrs. Rabsky?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. Benny?
Yes.
Ms. Foley?
Yes.
Mr. McGuigan?
No.
Ms. Rafter?
No.
Mrs. French?
No.
Motion carries.
Alright. I'd like to make a motion to keep Remington and Bernick as our engineer for the next 2 years.
I motion that. Second.
Mrs. Rabsky?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. Benny?
Yes.
Ms. Foley?
Yes.
Mr. McGuigan?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes.
Mrs. French?
Yes.
We need a motion to fill the vacancy board chairman. I motion to appoint George Casey.
Motion.
that. I'd like to make a motion to appoint Cindy Fry.
Have a roll call on George Casey. Mrs. Rabsky?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. Benny?
Yes.
Ms. Foley?
Yes.
Mr. McGuigan?
I'm sorry, who's this one for?
Mr. Casey.
Mr. Casey, no.
Ms. Rafter?
No.
Mrs. French?
No.
Motion carries for Mr. Casey. Okay, to fill the position of president pro tempore. Pro temp. I'd like to make a motion to appoint Lauren Foley.
I'd like to make a motion to appoint Michelle Rafter.
We have a vote on Lauren Foley. Mrs. Rabsky?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. Benny?
Yes.
Ms. Foley?
Abstain?
Mr. McGuigan?
No.
Ms. Rafter?
No.
Mrs. French?
No.
We have a tie.
No. Motion fails. It's not a
Because we're
majority.
all here.
Right, and so you go on and you can take the roll call. Ms. Rafter?
Okay. Roll call for Ms. Rafter? Mrs. Rabsky?
No.
Ms. Peterson?
No.
Mr. Benny?
No.
Ms. Foley?
No.
Mr. McGuigan?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes.
Mrs. French?
Yes.
Fails for a majority, so the position remains vacant. Can come up at another time.
And Zoning board solicitor, I'd like to make a motion to appoint Mr. Michael Schley.
Motion.
Second. Mrs. Drowsky?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
Yes.
Mr. Benny?
Yes.
Ms. Foley?
Yes.
Mr. McGuigan?
Yes.
Ms. Rafter?
Yes.
Mrs. French?
Yes.
Motion carries. Any other appointments we need to take care of? Moving on to new business.
Well, if nobody else wants to make the motion, I'd like to make a motion to declare the position of code enforcement vacant and to authorize advertising the vacancy and to solicit applications for the said position.
A second.
I'll second.
I'll second it.
Mrs. Drowsky?
Yes.
Ms. Peterson?
No.
Mr. Benny?
No.
Ms. Foley?
Yes.
Mr. McGuigan?
No.
Ms. Rafter?
No.
Mrs. French?
No.
Any other new business? Do I have a motion for adjournment?
Sue, before you adjourn, I just have some good on welfare. I just wanted to thank everybody. It's an honor for me to serve another 4 years. I appreciate the confidence you guys have shown in me, and I hope, I don't make you sorry, and I hope you're proud of the job I do up here, and I want to thank everybody for coming and everybody that voted for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Casey. Done.
Yeah, I'd like to give kudos to our highway guys, the way they handled the snow. It's below 20 degrees, said on TV, it's a known fact. Salt doesn't melt snow below 20. They did a heck of a job.
I also want to let everybody know, I mean, I don't look at Facebook. My wife does all the things.
Did you say the Facebook?
Yeah, well, they're all the whatever. I'm still Rotary, folks, trust me. How everybody complains that, Glen Olden's roads were more beautiful than Folcroft roads. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. I went over there, and those roads were just as bad, if not worse, than Folcroft. You have to understand, the salt only works at 20 and up. After that, it does not work. So Danny put down the salt that night when it was down to 0, and he went back out there at around 11:30 when the sun came up and gave it time to melt. When it did, our roads were 10 times better than Glen Olden's.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Did we get the load of sand?
Yes, we did get the load of sand, because I have a real bad feeling we're gonna get hit again and
That's it,
again.
yeah.
Okay? It's gonna cost us some money this year in salt and sand, but
Gotta be safe
I'd
and
rather have it than not have it. Okay?
Hopefully we don't get hit again.
We
I mean,
will.
Danny
I
mixes
I know we
it-
will.
Danny mixes the salt and the sand. This way it goes much further, and, the sand gives everybody a little bit of grip, and then the salt will break it down. Okay? But, he was out there, what was it, Saturday morning?
Mm-hmm.
All weekend.
All day, driving around. And I had had one complaint, and that is because, I will say this, that the road that it's on, it's actually Sharon Hills and Folcroft. So there's a dispute on who plows it, who sands it. There was a complaint that the lady said that we came down there once during the storm and nobody else came. So I picked up the phone and I called Danny while I was out on the road, and I told him to go back there and I want the road cleared, sand, salted, and he did exactly what I asked him to. The lady was very happy. You know, we have to make some type of agreement with Sharon Hill, with their road guys, if, you know, they could either begin the storm and we end the storm, or vice versa. They take care of this one, or we take care of that one. Because we own 4 or 5 houses in that road, and then Sharon Hill owns the rest. So it's kind of on the borderline, so, you know, Sharon Hill thinks that we're doing it, and, you know, we think Sharon Hill's done it. So there was a, you know, some kind of bad communication, so we have to, like, get a hold of each other and figure out, you know, how we can go about this and make sure that they're okay, you know? Okay?
I just have one thing, and I know the weather was bad, the office was closed on Friday, so what do we base the closings on?
School district.
Why the school district? We're not closed. Can I just make a suggestion?
The government offices of Delaware County were closed, and I
Right,
got an
that's what I
email
was
for
just
that.
gonna tell you. Should we be basing it on the county courthouse and the government center, and because they're a government, we're a government, their courts are here, and I think they post it 5 o'clock in the morning. So I just think we should be going on with, not with the
county
school,
does?
with the county. Jimmy, it's on like at 5 o'clock, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I just think because we're all a government, we should do what the other governments do. Now, I know the state had a 2-hour delay,
What I said to Matt,
but we're just not a school, I just,
to the president was that the theory is that the school district is in the current location and knows what the conditions are
Right.
there. The county makes a decision based upon whether it puts a significant enough portion of its workforce to make it into make its immediate from wherever they are throughout the rest of the county. So, those are the criteria that they use.
Check the email.
Now, so what would happen with that if we decide to be closing, the county doesn't close and the court still goes on? I mean,
I'm sorry, if the county.
if the county does not close and we close, and there's still court,
geez,
what's?
they close before we do, don't worry.
No, it's what we're talking about.
We can go back over time. The judges are going to purview of the 37 judicial district, which is all of Delaware County. So what the county government says applies to the judge, so the local court will close.
So if we were open and, excuse me, if we were closed and the county was open, would we have to be able to send someone up there maybe? Do they have to be here for any reason?
Yeah, because they have their own
They're
entrance.
self-sufficient on that
They're
side.
on, they're on their own side. They don't even come through our way.
For today.
Well, we got one more thing. Come tomorrow, we should have these in gym. Okay.
They start that?
Good, so when we're all
Yeah.
called tomorrow, we'll
We'll all
go to
get
the
the
gym.
Yeah, well, sometime
Sure, the
tomorrow
girls will be
afternoon,
happy.
we should start to have meeting in the gym. Okay, you just put both units up in the ceiling, so you should be ready to go hopefully tomorrow.
Thanks, Larry.
Okay.
We test it out this week, check it out, see if it's warm in there. Now it'll be too
Oh, it's
warm.
not warm in here.
That'll be quite a too
I
hot
said
there.
next week.
It's gonna get a test tomorrow.
I just said to him today, I said, I thought you would have them done, so you would, if you had to do some minor things, you wouldn't be freezing tomorrow.
He has 8 o'clock practice, I told him, wear everything
Yeah.
warm, I said, wear shorts underneath, I don't know if it's gonna be
It's
fixed
been
or what.
a long beating task there.
Is that everything? Yep. Do you have a motion for adjournment?
Right.
Meeting is adjourned. See you next week.